after being out again, I'm back and hopefully I can actually be consistent this time. I'm actually sorry, bro. I don't know what's got into my head, but yeah, I've been lazy recently, I can't lie. But yeah, here's a new video and I'm arguably 1.5 months late to this, but see it. So today I'll be rating your club's January transfer window. So if your club is Chelsea, then I'm not gonna rate it because you've made like 0 signings, maybe had a couple of departures on the youth level, but probably that's it. So yeah, I'm only gonna cover up those clubs that have actually made transfers, so you can expect the clubs that have spent a lot of money in this transfer window. So yeah, just like that, half of the season is gone. The title race is really close right now in the Premier League. Liverpool 3 points off Man City. Man, the game at the Etihad in a few weeks time is going to be epic. So yeah, comment down below who do you think will win the league, and yeah, let's get started. So the first club I have in the list is Arsenal. So after having a really good summer transfer window, you know, signing the likes of Aaron Ramsdale, Nuno Tavares, Ben White, Odegaard and so on, they are currently in the top 6 in the Premier League and they have like a couple games in hand, so top 4 is not far away from them. But yeah, let's rate the January transfer window. So yeah, they didn't actually sign any new players in this January transfer window, but they had quite a few departures. So first off, the biggest departure of the season, in their season, obviously it doesn't really affect anyone else, is Aubameyang to Barcelona on a free transfer. You know, kind of sad he had to leave like that. Could have had a better departure than this. But yeah, I think Arsenal fans can be happy at his time at the club, but I think his departure will actually annoy quite a few Arsenal fans. Already seen it. But yeah, man, it just had to be done. The only downside is that Arsenal let him go on a free, where basically his contract was terminated. So yeah, Arsenal got basically 0 cents from this transfer. So yeah, that's the only downside from this. So I'm gonna rate this transfer a 6 out of 5 out of 10. It's a sad departure for Arsenal fans, but his time at the club has come into an end. So next up we have Maitland-Niles to Roma. So this guy literally had beef with the club. He posted on his Instagram story, he said he wanted to leave, he just wanted game time, and yeah, got a loan last year at West Brom, and now it's a big upgrade because he got a loan at Roma, and yeah, now he's gonna play under Jose Mourinho. So yeah, it's a big step up in his career. I honestly think he deserves the move because, you know, sometimes youth players, they can't shine because of the big names at the club. So going to Roma is not a bad choice. Even though he doesn't start every single game, at least he'll get more game time at Roma than Arsenal. Still a young player and has plenty of time to work out his career, and I rate this move a 7 out of 10. So next up we got Kolasinac to Marseille on a free transfer. I still remember he was a starter for Arsenal a few seasons ago. So yeah, what happened to all of that, you know? Not really a starter, honestly, I actually forgot, but you know, he was starting pretty often. So yeah, now with Ben White and Gabriel coming into the squad, obviously he's gonna get even less game time. So yeah, there's no way he's gonna have a starting position in the squad. So yeah, this is also the second departure that involves a contract termination, and as I said just now, it was Aubameyang first, now it's Kolasinac. But yeah, at the bright side, Arsenal are starting to free up a lot of wages, and yeah, I rate this move a 6 out of 10. I can't really say much. So yeah, the rest two of the departures are Pablo Mari to Udinese on loan and Chambers to Aston Villa on a free transfer. So yeah, I rate both of it 6 out of 10. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah, so it's just fringe players going to another club, so nothing much to talk about. So yeah, the club that is expected to spend a lot in this January transfer window, Newcastle United. The first transfer window under the new takeover, under the new era, and it did not disappoint. Honestly, it really did not disappoint. First big signing and arguably the best player in the squad right now, Kieran Trippier from Atletico. So and the fee was £13.5 million. Honestly, what a signing this is. He's a big player with tons of experience, just what Newcastle needed. And since joining the club, he already has scored 2 free kick goals, which is just insane. But yeah, recently he actually got injured, so that's kind of a worry for Newcastle, and I think it's rumored that he will be out until the end of the season. So I just wish him a speedy and safe recovery, and I rate this move a 9 out of 10. Really good business from Newcastle, you know, 13.5 million, that's a steal right there. So next up we got Chris Wood from Burnley, and this move is worth £25 million. Imagine signing your relegation rival's main striker in hopes for them to get relegated, just for them to sign workhorse from Wolfsburg. So this is actually unfortunate for Newcastle. Like, if you take it in the positive way, this is actually a move to strengthen your attack more than to weaken their relegation rivals. So either way, it's still a decent signing for Newcastle. They now have more options on top, and they don't have to always rely on Callum Wilson to stay fit anymore. And also Chris Wood, he's a really tall man, so yeah, he's gonna be a really good target man as well. So I rate this move a 7 out of 10. Not bad. So the third signing this transfer window is Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon with a fee up to £33 million. By all the transfer news circulating around social media, you could tell both club and player really wanted to get this deal done. But as of right now, Bruno Guimaraes has yet to start for Newcastle, if I'm not mistaken. He did play a few minutes here and there, but he isn't a regular starter, which almost everyone expected him to be. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes for this, but let's hope it doesn't turn into the second Donny van de Beek. Either way, this deal is a 7 out of 10 for me. So their fourth and last signing of the transfer window is Matt Targett from Aston Villa on loan. With the arrival of Lucas Digne at Aston Villa, there was no doubt Targett will lose his spot in the starting lineup, and Newcastle was a pretty decent option for him to go. Newcastle also needed to strengthen the left back position, and Targett fits that perfectly, and he'll definitely do a good job at that spot. And a loan deal was actually the best option for both sides, so I rate this deal a 6.5 out of 10. It's a decent transfer. Okay, sorry, my mistake. I thought that was the last transfer, but it's actually the fourth one, which is Dunburn from Brighton with a fee of £13 million. I'm actually surprised that they signed him on a permanent, because Dunburn is one of Brighton's most important players. So a really good signing yet again from Newcastle right here to strengthen that centre back position. As I said, it's a real blow for Brighton to let him go. So I rate this deal an 8 out of 10. And overall for Newcastle's transfer window, I rate it a 9 out of 10. And yeah, it's a really good transfer window for them. So next up we got Barcelona. So they signed quite a lot of players this transfer window. They also unload quite a lot of players and bringing in more quality players to their squad. And their first signing was Ferran Torres from Man City with a fee of £46.7 million. He's a really promising youngster who couldn't really get that much game time at Man City, but I couldn't blame him, to be honest. The Man City squad is really strong. But yeah, his price tag wasn't that cheap either, but Barca still got it done anyway. So far he's doing pretty well at Barcelona, but he had a howler of a game against Napoli. Even though he scored a penalty, he missed loads of chances. Either way, I hope he does well at Barcelona and doesn't waste his potential. So I rate this transfer as 7 out of 5 out of 10. So next up we got Aubameyang from Arsenal on a free transfer. So Barca got a really good deal here. Aubameyang on a free isn't a bad deal at all. His wages are reasonable, and the only downside is he is getting old now. But I don't really expect him to always start because he has competition. He has to compete with the likes of Luke de Jong, Memphis Depay, and even Ferran Torres for that starting position. So yeah, I rate this deal a 7 out of 10. So big boy Adama Traore is back at Barcelona on loan. So yeah, we all know he's a good player, he just can't finish his chances. So at this point so far, he's already made an instant impact at Barcelona, which is actually surprising considering he has already got 2 assists in Barcelona colours. He got only 2 assists in a season for Wolves, while he has already got 2 assists now at Barcelona in just a few weeks. I think it's obvious he feels more confident at Barcelona and suits Xavi's system very well. If his current form continues, I won't be surprised if Barcelona sign him permanently. 8 out of 10 from me. So next up, we got a legend back at Camp Nou, which is Dani Alves on a free transfer. The most decorated footballer in history. He's actually not even getting paid at Barcelona right now. It just shows the love and passion he has for the club. He's already 38 years old and is probably going to retire in 1 or 2 seasons, but who knows. But the main reason he joined was definitely for the dressing room and to give more motivation to the team, and also to kind of coach the players as well. At the end of the day, Barcelona got back a legend for free, and that is all that matters. So yeah, he's a 7 out of 10 for me. So their one departure was Philippe Coutinho to Aston Villa on loan. A Coutinho that hasn't lived up to expectations at Barcelona. This is once again a really good deal for both sides, you know. Coutinho gets game time under Steven Gerrard, and Barcelona get to free up some wages and most importantly get to register Ferran Torres in the squad. Coutinho has been doing pretty well right now at Aston Villa and has definitely made a difference already. You know, it's kind of like he can perform everywhere except Barcelona, which is kind of weird. So I rate this deal a 7 out of 10. So overall, Barcelona gets a 8 out of 10 from me. So next up we got Aston Villa. After having signed the likes of Leon Bailey and Emi Buendia in the summer, their January transfer window didn't disappoint as well. So their first signing was Lucas Digne from Everton for £25 million. Honestly, what a big signing this is. Getting one of the best left backs in the Premier League for £25 million is a really good steal. So he's also currently playing well under Steven Gerrard, so yeah, that's a good thing. And yeah, that's an 8 out of 10. So next up is Callum Chambers from Arsenal on a free transfer. So he came to Aston Villa in search of game time, and also it's because his contract has expired with Arsenal. Honestly, a really good signing for Aston Villa at the back. Already straight to the starting lineup for him, which is really good to hear. 7 out of 10 for me. So at the big signing Aston Villa made this summer, the headline maker Philippe Coutinho from Barcelona on loan. As I said, you know, it's a really good deal for both player and club. But most importantly, the Brazilian magician is back in the Premier League and he has already made an instant impact against Man United. He has also strengthened Aston Villa's attack significantly. Let's hope Gerrard can turn him back into the beast we know. So I rate that deal a 9 out of 10. So yeah, the next signing was Robin Olsen from Roma on loan. So he's a good backup for Emi Martinez. The only game time you probably get is in cup games or when Emi Martinez gets injured or is out of form. Nothing much to comment about this move, and yeah, I rate it a 6 out of 10. So they have one departure in this transfer window, which is Matt Targett to Newcastle on loan. As I said just now, you know, Matt Targett won't get a lot of game time ahead of Lucas Digne, so moving to Newcastle was the best choice for him. Plus, it's only a loan move. He'll be back at Aston Villa next season. So yeah, 6 out of 10. And the next two departures is Trezeguet to Başakşehir on loan. I don't know what has happened here honestly. Trezeguet used to be starting week in week out last season if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know what has happened here. Agazi on a loan as well. Honestly, I don't know what has happened. But yeah, either way, overall it's 8 out of 10. So yeah, lastly, Tottenham Hotspur. After sacking Nuno, Antonio Conte came in. So in his first transfer window as Tottenham boss, he signed Rodrigo Bentancur from Juventus for £20 million. And he is one out of two Juventus players who Conte has signed. Honestly, he's a decent player and nothing really special about him, where there's gonna be more added depth in the midfield for Tottenham. And yeah, his price tag is decent for a player like him. I rate it at 6.5 out of 10. So next up we got Dejan Kulusevski from Juventus as well on loan. He was a decent player at Juventus, but made an instant impact joining Tottenham. So far, his best performance has to be the one against Man City, where he got 1 goal and 1 assist for that winning goal. He could be a really promising player for Conte if he continues his form. His loan deal runs until June 2023. So yeah, if his form continues, he's definitely going to start in Conte's side. So Tottenham had actually a lot of departures, and one of them is Ndombele to Lyon on a loan deal. He had his moments with the club, and just like any other player who struggles with game time, gets his loan move to France. Pretty good loan move to Lyon, I would say. He could help Lyon to get higher up in the table, who knows. 6 out of 10 for me. So one of the massive shocks for this Tottenham side is Dele Alli to Everton for a deal up to 40 million, which is actually really good. It's pretty sad how he never found his old form back. Hopefully he can have a fresh start at Everton and strive under Frank Lampard. Tottenham on the other hand got a pretty good deal for him. A deal that could rise up to £40 million for declining Dele Alli is actually a really good deal. So that's 7 out of 10 for me. So next up we got Bryan Gil to Valencia on loan. So he's a really promising youngster who hasn't lived up to expectations at Tottenham. So yeah, now he's back at La Liga on loan. It's a pretty good deal for Bryan Gil himself and the club as he gets more game time. That's 7 out of 10 for me. So the last departure they had is Giovanni Lo Celso to Villarreal on loan. Well, he is after all a rotational player at Tottenham, so yeah, it's not a bad deal. So that's 6 out of 10 for me. So yeah, overall Tottenham Hotspur gets a 7 out of 10 from me. So yeah, that's it for the video. Tell me what do you guys think in the comments comments, and also comment down below whether you think I should make a part 2 of this series, which is rating transfer windows, and also suggest the teams because I'm struggling to find the teams to rate. And yeah, that's it for now. Hopefully I stay consistent and keep uploading. But yeah, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.